Hey everyone. I know that blood administration has been a topic that people don't quite fully understand. So I do want to go over this because it has been hard for people to get into their emails and read with the census being high. So I just want to go over this in a video so you guys can see it and just watch it. And then you don't have to do so much digging through your email to find about the blood administration. But I will let you know there has been an email sent if you wanted to read more into detail. So first things first, we have policy and consent. So policies, I know people are like, well, where do I find policy? So first things first, you go to DWeb, you go to DMCC links and forms, click on policy stat, and then you can search it like you've previously done. So you search blood product, there's administration and refusal. That policy is up to date. Also, our blood transfusion consent is in our tower. It's already been updated with the Deaconess logo, so it's there. And then last but not least, we have this checklist and tip sheet and patient education. They are attached to the policy as well. So if you, for some reason, can't find them, you can print them both out and they're there for you to use. So first things first, we got blood orders. So we need the doctor either to put these orders in or the doctor asks you to put them in. So either way, we need to be utilizing the DHS Blood Administration Adults order set. This order set goes through three different types of blood administration. So the first one is you're just getting a type in screen. The second one is your patient's already been typed in screen previously, but you need to get more blood in them, so you need to just prepare and transfuse. And then this one, the last one is type in screen, then you get the blood prepared, and then you transfuse. So this does all of them. So like I said, utilize this order set, it will be easier. So first things first, we want to print our blood bank paper and when you're ready to go transfuse. So you got all your blood tubing ready to go, primed up, you got it going. Now you need to just get your report printed and go down to blood bank. It is ideal to go ahead and get your pre-transfusion vital signs prior to this, but sometimes people just do it right when they bring the blood up. So whatever makes it easier for you, I don't care. As long as you just have those pre-transfusion vital signs done within an hour of you starting that blood. So first things first, you go to the blood administration flow sheet. You just search it in that little search bar. And then you're going to go to the transfusion report. And then you go down to the transfusion report. It says transfuse whatever blood product it is. You just click it once to release it. And that releases 1 unit of whatever blood product you're giving. You take that paper that printed and you go and take it down to blood bank, just like we've done previously. If you need to get the second blood, what you do, you go back into that transfusion report, you release it again, and you get your second unit. So when you go down the blood bank, they are going to get your blood ready prepared. Down there, they will have this checklist and they will have the patient education. So this checklist, I will tell you right now, utilize it. This is going to help you make sure that you check off all of those things that are required for your blood. So this goes through from the beginning to the end what you all need for documentation and what you need to be doing for your blood. So utilize this checklist. I will make sure that I have some printed out in the tower, and then I also will have the patient education attached to that. So what you can do is tear off the checklist for yourself and then give the patient education to your patient. So then we go to patient education. This is what it looks like. This education came from Mosby's. This is the patient education that you're going to be giving to your patient. This will be available at the blood bank and it also will be available in the tower. I'm going to make sure I have both of them together in the tower so you guys can utilize them. Make sure you give this to your patient. Once again, we're at our blood bank window. There is that checklist. And then there's also the education. So they're there if you want to grab them. My understanding is that some people don't realize that you can grab them. You are supposed to be grabbing them. So we're back in our room. We're going to start our blood. So first things first is we need to enter our issue time and our receive time. So when you're in blood bank, your issue time is the same as your receive time because we go down and get our blood physically. Deaconess, their blood is tubed. So that's why their issue time and receive time will be different. Ours will be the same because we get our blood at the same time it was issued. And then we need to make sure that we complete the pre-transfusion documentation. Pre-transfusion documentation, you want to see, are there any pre-meds given? Did you get your consent? Patient education, was it given? Yes or no? Was there any previous transfusions? And then did you use a blood warmer? Please make sure this is filled out prior to you giving the blood. Then, last but not least, complete your pre-transfusion vital signs within 1 hour of start time. So here we are, pre-transfusion vital signs. We fill it out. Also, lung sounds are included in this. Please do not forget your lung sounds. So full set of vitals and lung sounds. Once your blood is released and the appropriate row shows on the blood flow sheet, click either the syringe, so there's a little syringe here. You can click on that to open your scanning where you scan your blood, or you can hit begin blood transfusion. I prefer the syringe, keeps you right there on the flow sheet, and then you get started on the time that you already selected. Now, we're on the part where we scan our patient and our blood bag. So first things first, scan your patient's armband, the white armband, okay? That's gonna just verify that that patient identity is correct. Second, you're gonna scan your blood product. So scan all those stickers on it, and then when it's all done, you'll get that little green check mark. Also, you need to make sure that your fluid, your milliliters per hour is filled out, and then also you'll have to make sure that your blood band, like the armband that's red, is typed out. You cannot scan this armband. You have to manually type in this number. So I think it's best practice that the second RN that's checking this off with you reads the number to you while you type it in, and that will be your second check. Okay, so here we are. We're at the patient armband. This is the blood armband. It's color coded red for blood. Cannot scan this armband. You must type this number in. You have, and I say, like I said, have the second RN read it to you while you type it in. That will be your good second check. Okay, so when all is said and done, we have our little green thumbs up. It says that everything's ready, everything's good. Now, if you cannot get your thing to scan, try checking your caps lock and then attempt to scan again and see if it works. If it doesn't, you will need to reach out to blood bank. There might be an issue with just the barcodes. So reach out to them as soon as possible if it does not scan. Also, you must satisfy these hard stops. So once again, filling in the 60 mils per hour to start off, and then also the transfusion ID. Once again, you have to just type in that ID. So just so you guys know too, especially resource team, because you kind of bounce to different places. When you're on the general floors, our blood armband is going to be red. Labor and delivery is going to be green, and then oncology is blue. So this is what that tag looks like on your blood. So once again, you have your patient's name, your MRN, your unit number, your expiration date, what type of blood it is, patient's blood type themselves, when it is expired again, and then also the armband number. This number is what you're verifying to the patient. So like when the one RN is reading it off, double check that the bag has that same number on there, okay? So when we're documenting vital signs, before you go ahead and say, yes, the blood's good to go, you can either associate the vital signs like this, where you just select all and then it's pre-transfusion, or if you're doing your vital signs at the start time, you can document them manually as well. So vital signs should either be taken at the start time or within 1 hour of start time. And then just make sure you're selecting that they're the pre-transfusion vital signs. Also, note your start time. So sometimes it takes a little bit for that blood to reach your patient, right? So what I would do is when that blood hits your patient, that is your start time. So your start time may have to be updated because your blood may not quite be at your patient yet. So if you want, prime your blood so it hits your patient right away. Once all of the documentation's appropriate, it will ask for a dual sign off. That second nurse that read off those numbers with you, they're going to sign off as your second person. So once your patient's blood is started, vital sign checks during transfusion need to be documented in the blood administration flow sheet because you need to put this during transfusion. So when you start your blood, 15 minutes exactly from that start time is when you need to be documenting your 15-minute vital checks, okay? So this one started at 3:30 at 3:45, the exact 15 minutes from the start time, that you document that. You need to document the full set of vital signs, the lung sounds, and then this patient assessment, assess per policy. And then this patient assessment row needs to be documented every 30 minutes from that 15-minute vital sign check. Okay. So that is part of policy now. So just to reiterate, your 15-minute vital check have to be done exactly 15 minutes from start time. And then after that 15-minute check, you need to document that the patient was assessed every 30 minutes per policy. So now we're at stopping the transfusion. So when your unit is completely infused, you're going to add a column and to your blood flow, your blood administration flow sheet. Sorry, I can't talk. And you need to document that you were stopped. So was there a reaction? Yes or no? You're going to put no if it completed just normally. But if you did have a reaction, you had to stop it, you're going to say yes here. Okay. And then you need to click on the syringe, and then this will open the blood administration composer. That syringe is going to open, and that'll be where you type in your like milliliters and everything like that, and then also that you stopped it. So here we are. We're inside that kind of stopped open area. So we hit the little syringe, and the nurse should document that you stopped it, okay? And then your stop time will be there, and then your rate will automatically go to 0. And then what you're going to do, you're going to document your volume. So how much you put in your patient needs to be documented. And then nurse, you can document your post-transfusion and stop or I should say or. So you're either going to document post-transfusion at the stop time within the blood administrator. So by clicking on the magnifying glass, you're going to click the post-transfusion. So this is your post-transfusion vital signs at your stop time. So then you're either going to, like I said, either chart stop transfusion or post-transfusion vital signs is acceptable. You do not need to chart both. So vital signs should be taken at stop or within 1 hour of stop. So if you stopped your transfusion, you can document your vital signs there. Make sure you include your lung sounds, or you can document a post-transfusion vital signs. Just make sure you include your lung sounds. So after all the documentation is complete within the blood, the nurse should select accept and complete in your infusion. So when you're done and you know that you have everything documented, you hit accept and complete. This will gray out the blood itself. But your user, like as a user, you can hit the hide completed to get rid of that so you don't have to see it. But you also can go back and look at it as well. So ideally, this is what your blood flow sheet should look like. So I started my blood at 3:30. I got my issue time, receipt time. Went ahead and did my pre-transfusion documentation. I went ahead and did my pre-transfusion vital signs. So this person went ahead and did them at the start time, but also, like I said, you could have this done an hour prior. So you could have had this done at 2:30 and been fine. And then during transfusion is exactly 15 minutes from the start time and assess per policy every 30 minutes. Then the blood was stopped and you had the blood that was stopped, there was no reaction, and then you did your post-transfusion vital signs. And then if you look down here, you have your rates where they changed and then your amount that you put in. So this is perfect documentation. So if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. I want to help you guys out. And then also I hope that the checklist will help out a lot too.